approved by just like a piece of wood to look. And
she lost my girl.
We interrupt this program for an Action News breaking story.
Good morning, I'm Randy Snow with an Action News breaking story. There's been a major traffic accident just north of San Antonio.
Hey, Karen, listen to this.
Approximately 1 hour ago, a tour bus from Armadillo Travel Tour Agency traveling north on Highway 281 collided head-on with a privately owned tractor trailer driven by a Houston man. Fire and rescue officials are at the scene. What we can tell you at this time is there were 20 people on the bus, including the driver. 12 of the 20 have been removed from the wreckage, leaving the remaining 8 feared dead. The driver of the semi has been air evacuated to Blanco County Hospital with neck and spine injuries. He is reported in critical but stable condition. Names are being withheld pending notification of families. Stay tuned to this station for more updates on this breaking story as they become available. We'll have a full report and video from Chopper 7 on Action News at noon.
This has been an Action News breaking story.
Wasn't Tammy going on that tour bus? It sounded like something Armadillo Travel, but I wasn't sure. I didn't catch the whole name. Can you call your office?
Yeah, good idea. Would you mind handing me the phone? I'll call Greg. Thanks.
Air Force Casualty, Sergeant Haddam, may I help you?
Hello, Greg? Yeah, this is JR. Yeah, I just saw a news story on TV about a tour bus wreck. I think Tammy was on that tour. Have you heard anything?
No, but I think you're right about Tammy. We were thinking the same thing. We're waiting on some information from the tour company now.
Well, will you let me know if you hear anything about Tammy?
Sure thing, JR. We'll call you as soon as we get something. I'll talk to you later.
This video has been prepared to assure that when a military member dies, notification to the next of kin is expedient and with the utmost sensitivity. As the representative of your military service, you're expected to be sensitive, courteous, sympathetic, and helpful during the notification. Your presence is designed to soften the blow if possible and to show the military's genuine concern for its personnel and their families. Each notification is as unique as the individuals involved and the circumstances surrounding the death, and will yield different reactions. As a casualty notification officer, your job is a tough one. Your sensitivity and compassion will assist the military in establishing a rapport with the family at their greatest time of need.
Normally, the military activity nearest the next of kin's residence is tasked to accomplish the casualty notification. As a notification officer representing your respective service's chief or chief of staff, there are 2 ways that you might be called upon to effect a casualty notification. Either your installation casualty office could contact you to perform this duty, or you could be tasked by your service's 24-hour casualty office if you are assigned to a unit that is geographically separated from a military installation. Each service has a 24-hour casualty operations center. These agencies monitor the casualty notification process for promptness. The Army Casualty Center is located in Alexandria, Virginia. The Navy Casualty Center is located in Washington, D.C. The Marine Corps Casualty Center is located in Arlington, Virginia, and the Air Force Casualty Center in San Antonio, Texas. Combined, these centers handle more than 1,500 active duty death notifications per year. Now, it's understandable that there will be a certain degree of reluctance and anxiety for both the first-time and experienced notification officer. The anxiety can be reduced if you are well prepared and maintain close communications with your casualty headquarters.
Jones residence.
Hello, may I please speak to Major Thomas Jones?
Speaking.
Major Jones, I'm sorry to bother you on a Sunday. My name is Sergeant Haddam. I'm calling from Air Force Casualty. I need your assistance this afternoon in making an active duty death notification.
Okay, but can't this wait till Monday?
Oh, no sir. They need to be notified as soon as possible. It's our responsibility, and they have the right to know.
Yes, I understand. Tell me what I need to do.
Okay, I need you to notify the parents of an airman who was killed today in a bus accident. Are you familiar with the Notification Officer Memory Guide?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay, it's a good idea to take the memory guide with you when you make the notification, because it lists the things that you need to do. Do you have typing capability at home?
Yes.
Great. I'm going to dictate the notification letter to you over the phone. It'll need to be typed error-free on plain bond paper with 1-inch margins. You'll present this letter to the next of kin.
What notification letter?
Well, sir, you need a letter since you aren't the service member's commander. You know, we're the only service that does this, and we found that the next of kin like to have something to refer back to. Because it also tells the family a little bit about the circumstances, and it lists phone numbers that they can call if they have any questions.
Good. Okay. I'll type it here. I'd like to bring someone with me, but I don't have access to a chaplain or a medical representative. Could I bring someone from my unit?
Of course. It's always practical to have someone with you for moral support and assistance if the next of kin becomes seriously ill or aggressive.
Okay. Where do the parents live?
They live on Mission Road near Florida State University. I can give you some time to get your service dress uniform ready and call your counterpart. When you're ready to type the letter, you can call me back on my toll-free line and I'll give you the specifics.
What is that number?
1-800-433-0048. Make sure to take it with you so that you can call me if you run into any problems. And while you're at the parents' home, I need you to confirm their address and phone number. Then call me once notification is complete and you depart at the next of kin's home.
Okay. I'll call you back in a few so that we can go over the letter.
Thank you, sir. I'll be waiting.
Hi, Chief. Commander Tyler. I just got off the phone with our regional office. They said that Ensign Ken 2 was killed in a bus accident in San Antonio. Yeah, I know. This is definitely too close to home. I've never notified anybody I actually knew. And she's so sweet. Brad's death is really going to shake her up. Thanks, but my babysitter should be here any minute, and I still have to get dressed, so as soon as I'm ready, I'll leave to pick you up.
Yeah, headquarters. This is Staff Sergeant Gray from 12th District. We just got your death report on Lance Corporal Custodio here. Yeah, we're looking up the unit closest to his mother in San Bernardino. Right. We'll have the staff duty on standby. Sergeant Mata, and he'll call you to verify the information. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Bye-bye.
This is First Sergeant Pittman. Yes, sir. This is Sergeant Mata. On the staff duty on standby this weekend. I just received a call from 12th District about a casualty notification that we have to make.
Okay, I'm on my way right now. Do me a favor and call Gunnery Sergeant Tadeo. Tell him he'll be going with me. Also call the inspector instructor and brief him on what's going on. I'll call you back for details.
Yes, sir.
Unlike an Army or Air Force notification officer, the Navy and Marine Corps notification officer's job continues after the notification is complete. The Navy and Marine Corps notification officers have additional duties regarding monetary and mortuary issues. Dr. McGlon from the Neuropsychiatry Branch at Brooks Air Force Base will help us understand the grieving process.
Grief is a normal emotional reaction. It is characterized by 5 stages. The stages do not necessarily occur in sequence. The first is disbelief. The grieving person denies that a loss has occurred. The second stage is one of anger. The person may be angry with the system, the deceased, God, or himself. During the third stage, there is bargaining. The grieving individual tries to make a contract with God to be a better person, if only the situation changed. The next stage is sadness. The grieving person acknowledges his loss and feels appropriately sad. The final stage is acceptance. The individual is ready to move on with his life and accepts his loss. This process can take from several weeks to months or even longer.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Hi.
Have a seat.
Thank you.
I appreciate you responding so quickly. Have you had a chance to go over your casualty notification package?
Yes, I have. Now, you mentioned that a chaplain would be available. Has he arrived yet?
No, sir. He's requested that you pick him up at the chapel on your way off the post.
Okay, not a problem. Just glad that a chaplain was available. This is the first time I've ever had to make notification to the parents of one of my own troops, and I understand he was an only child.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir, here's your copy of the casualty notification worksheet. It has the information and the circumstances of Private McDonald's death. You need to pass on the circumstances exactly as they are written here.
Okay. Do we know anything more about Greg's fiancée?
Yes, sir. His fiancée is at the Blanco County Hospital in the ICU. Her parents are at her bedside and have been advised not to contact Private McDonald's parents until we make the notifications. According to the emergency data card, Frank and Margaret McDonald live right here in San Antonio at 123 Windsor Road. When you arrive at the parents' home, you'll need to identify yourself, and then you'll need to verify that the persons you are making the notifications to are either Mr. or Mrs. Frank McDonald. And then you'll need to follow the script for the death notification that's in the guide and state the circumstances exactly how they're written. After his parents have been notified, we need you to verify all this information on this worksheet. When you depart their home, give us a call and let us know how everything went. And then you'll need to return the worksheet to me after the notification has been made.
Okay, well, it looks like I've got everything I need. The chaplain and I will give you a call just as soon as notification's been made. All right. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Bye-bye.
Now, in this instance, the member's company commander and a chaplain will make notification to the soldier's next of kin. Although it's not a requirement for a chaplain to be part of the notification team, it's recommended because the chaplain is able to offer spiritual and emotional support.
Sir, are you Mr. Frank McDonald?
Yes, is something wrong?
Sir, my name is Captain Young. This is Chaplain Coffey. We have an important message to deliver from the Secretary of the Army. Do you mind if we come in?
Yes, please come in. Have a seat. I'll get my wife.
Thank you. Mr. and Mrs. McDonald, the Secretary of the Army has asked me to express his regret that your son, Private Greg McDonald, died earlier today in San Antonio. There was a bus accident.
Was it the accident that was heard on the news today?
Yes, sir. He was pronounced dead at the scene.
Do you know if his fiancée Laura was on that bus?
Yes, she's hospitalized at the Blanco County Hospital. and her parents are with her now.
What arrangements will we need to make?
Well, don't make any arrangements right away. A casualty assistance officer or a mortuary affairs officer will contact you within 24 hours, and he'll discuss with you at that time disposition options.
You don't understand. He was getting married. Oh, God. Would you please pray with us?
Certainly. Heavenly Father, I pray for the McDonalds now. Such a terrible, terrible tragedy. And I ask that you would comfort them as only you can do. I ask that you would come alongside them now by your Spirit. Give them wisdom, give them strength in all that they still have yet to do.
Something's happened to my baby, my baby.
Calm down, we don't know who
my
you are.
baby, my Jimmy, oh no.
Are you Mr. and Mrs. James Franks?
Yes.
Mr. and Mrs. Franks, I'm Major Thomas Jones, and this is Master Sergeant Rita Barry. May we speak to you in the house?
Mr. and Mrs. Franks, on behalf of the Air Force Chief of Staff, I regret to inform you that your daughter, Airman First Class Tammy F. Franks, died today in San Antonio. She was in a bus accident. We're truly sorry.
What kind of accident? She didn't own a car.
She was on a bus tour north of San Antonio, and the bus collided with a semi. She was pronounced dead at the scene.
Do you know what caused the accident? What happened? Did she suffer?
We don't have that information,
Tammy, my baby, she can't be dead.
but there's a number in this letter. If you can call and speak to a commander, he might have more information about the accident.
Where's Tammy? I want Tammy to come home. When she coming home?
We'll have mortuary services call you with that information.
When will we get to bury her? A mortuary affairs representative will help you with those arrangements. I'm sorry, sir, but I'm going to need to confirm your address and your telephone number. And as soon as we've left from here, I'll contact Tammy's commander and see if he can call you as soon as possible.
Commander Tyler, Chief Aaron, what brings you out here today? You know, Brad won't be back from San Antonio till tomorrow morning.
Lisa, may we come in?
Sure, kids, go out and play. Come on in.
I received a phone call today from our regional office. Brad was killed today in a bus accident.
There must be some mistake. I just spoke with him on the phone last night. This can't be happening. I have 2 kids. I don't have a job. What am I supposed to do?
Ma'am, we'll help you get through this. We can call someone to stay with you this evening, and I'll help you with all the military paperwork. I'll help you apply for all the benefits, such as life insurance. And when I come by tomorrow, I'll bring a check for $6,000.
Money won't bring my husband back, Chief Farron.
I apologize if I sounded cold to you. The money isn't meant to help you forget. It's to help with any immediate expenses. I'll leave my calling card with my number. I'll help you with the funeral arrangements. I'll help you apply for all your benefits. And I'll also help you get a copy of the investigation report.
Lisa, we are truly sorry. If there's anything that we could do for you, please let us know. Maybe we can call someone.
Could you call my friend Jackie? I'd really like for her to be here right now.
Yes, ma'am. What's that number?
Are you Mrs. Helen Custodio?
Yes, I am. Can I help you?
Yes, ma'am. My name is First Sergeant Pittman. This is Gunnery Sergeant Tadeo. May we speak with you somewhere in private?
If you're here to collect money for some special function, I'm afraid I'll have to pass. I've been a little strapped for money since my husband died.
It's about your son, ma'am.
What about it?
May we talk to you inside?
If you have something to say to me, you can just tell me right here.
Mrs. Custodio, on behalf of the Commandant of the Marine Corps, I regret to inform you your son, Lance Corporal Michael Custodio, died today.
No, my son is just fine. I just spoke to him on the telephone yesterday. I'm sorry, but I'll have to ask you gentlemen to leave right now.
Mrs. Custodio, believe me, I'm telling you the truth. Michael was killed in a bus accident today. We'd never lie about something so tragic. Ma'am, we need to speak with you. May we come inside and sit down?
The notification officers should remain long enough to fulfill their responsibilities. The Marine and Navy notification officers will also be the assistance officers and will again be in contact with the next of kin to help them apply for benefits.
The notification officer can ask the grieving person what would be most helpful to them at this moment. Offer your help and make it clear that you are saddened by the event, but don't attempt to grieve with the person who has experienced the loss. Instead, attempt to facilitate the family members and friends of the deceased to lean on each other. To decide when to leave, take your cue from the family. When they have finished asking questions and are supporting one another, politely ask if there is anything more you can do, and excuse yourself. If you are notifying someone who is alone, ask whom you may contact to provide support. The next of kin's recovery process can be quite variable. Just remember the 5 stages of grieving described earlier, and help the person deal with whatever stage he happens to be in. Make it clear from your attitude that you accept the person no matter what his reaction, and don't react defensively to any displayed anger.
Now, as you can see, no guide or film can cover all the situations that may be encountered when effecting a casualty notification. Being prepared, sincere, and alert to the needs of the next of kin will reduce some of the shock that is normal under these circumstances. This video is intended to highlight the responsibilities of the notification officer and ease some of the anxiety experienced during the notification process. When making a notification, one cautionary note should be kept in mind. Nothing can substitute for common sense, good judgment, and sensitivity.